Watching the film of the 2025 season feels like a fever dream, where George Pickens was the only player who actually showed up to represent the star with the intensity it deserves. Every time I cue up the tape from that disappointing 7-win campaign, I see a young man playing with a level of clutch factor that should have translated to a deep playoff run, not a January vacation. We are talking about a guy who came into Jerry World and immediately demanded the respect of every cornerback in this league. But now we're looking at a $28 million franchise tag, a massive one-year Band-Aid that smells like a front office trying to fix a broken engine with duct tape and high-priced hopes. I am Carlos Eduardo, and today we're having a real talk about why this decision on George Pickens is the most pivotal moment for the Dallas Cowboys since we handed the keys to Dak Prescott. If I'm being honest with Cowboys fans, the news of this $28 million tag is both a relief and a massive warning sign. I see the talent, I see the 1,429 yards, and I see the 93 receptions that kept this offense from completely collapsing into the turf at AT&TStadium. But I also see a franchise that is perpetually allergic to long-term stability with its elite weapons. From my perspective, what Pickens did in 2025 was nothing short of miraculous, given the lack of a consistent run game and a defense that couldn't maintain gap discipline if their lives depended on it. When I look at the film, I see Pickens winning on the money downs, those third and long situations where everyone in the building knows the ball is going to him, and he still goes up and snatches it out of the air. He has that alpha mentality that reminds me of the legends. I'm talking about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, the kind of guy who didn't just want the ball. He needed the ball to prove he was the best man on the field. But let's look at the strategic failure here. The Cowboys are likely to tag him because they can't reach a long-term extension before the deadline. Why? Because we're once again playing a dangerous game with the salary cap. We are staring at a $28 million hit for one season. That is elite, top-of-the-market money. And while Pickens has earned every cent of it by carrying this passing attack on his back, it's a failure of discipline by the front office to let it get to this point. We traded for him in May 2025, giving up a 2026 third-rounder. It was a stroke of genius at the time, but genius requires follow-through. You don't buy a Ferrari and then refuse to pay for the insurance. If I'm being blunt, playing under the bright lights of America's team requires a certain level of mental toughness, and Pickens has it in spades. He thrived where others folded. He became the safety net for Dak, especially during those mid-season stretches when CeeDee Lamb was seeing bracket coverage every single snap. My analysis of the 2025 film shows that when Pickens was on the field opened up. Defenses had to respect the vertical threat, which should have allowed our triple threat to dominate. But we won 7 games. 7. That is an insult to the legacy of Landry and Staubach. What I see on the film is a defense that surrendered 511 points, the most in the league. You can pay George Pickens $28 million or you can pay him $50 million, but if your defense is a revolving door on the money downs, it doesn't matter. We are sitting here debating the future of a superstar receiver while our defensive interior is getting bullied by every NFC East rival. The Eagles and the Commanders are watching us tie up massive chunks of our cap in a single-year tag for a receiver, and they are laughing because they know we still haven't fixed the trenches. I remember the 90s dynasty. I remember the urgency. When Jerry Jones wanted to win, he moved mountains. He didn't just give it another go with a one-year tag, he locked in the core. If we want to get back to the Super Bowl, we need to stop being the team that is comfortable with mediocrity. We need to leverage this talent. Pickens is 24 years old. He is just hitting his prime. My analysis of his 137 targets last year shows a catch radius that is virtually unmatched in the NFL today. He is a nightmare in the red zone and a certified weapon on the perimeter. But if I'm being honest, I'm worried that this tag is just a way to delay the inevitable. Pickens wants to be here, and the fans want him here. But he also wants the security that comes with being a franchise pillar. If we don't turn this tag into a 5-year deal that allows us to spread that cap hit, we are going to be in the same position next year, only we'll be $28 million poorer and no closer to a championship ring. The Dallas Cowboys represent the star on the helmet. It's a symbol of excellence, not just a marketing tool. We need to act like it. We need to stop settling for good enough and start demanding greatness. Tagging Pickens keeps the weapon, but it doesn't fix the culture. We need a team that plays with the same fire Pickens shows when he's blocking 15 yards downfield or fighting for an extra yard on a screen pass. As we look toward the 2026 season, the goal is clear: get back to the playoffs and stop the bleeding. But that starts with a strategic commitment to the roster. If we are going to pay the high price for George Pickens, we better be ready to surround him with a team that can actually win a football game. No more excuses. No more reused content from previous failures. It's time to bring that Super Bowl ring back to Dallas. The pursuit of the next trophy doesn't happen by accident. It happens through bold, decisive action. And right now, the ball is in Jerry's court.